Hey guys, what is up? GoldGlove here, and today I wanted to talk a little bit about DayZ, the future of DayZ, and kind of what DayZ is going to look like when the standalone version of the game comes out. So, there might be some Gears of War gameplay behind this video, there might be some Call of Duty gameplay. Don't really pay attention to that, especially if you don't like either of those gameplays. You can always just tab out, you can just listen to my voice, and you can go scroll around on the internet or do whatever, surf. I don't know what you do. I don't really want to know, to be honest. But I wanted to talk a little bit about the information that has come out so far about the standalone version of DayZ. And you know, like I said previously in in a couple of videos, I like to focus on a wide variety of games. You know, I don't just want to focus on Call of Duty. I don't just want to focus on Gears of War. And I don't just want to focus on DayZ. I know I've been playing a lot of DayZ lately, and that's kind of what my main focus is. But it's just because that is kind of the game that I'm currently having a ton of fun with. But I do promise that I'm going to be having, I'm going to be playing tons of other games. One thing, if you guys are interested in a huge variety of games, that would be probably another channel for you that would be best is probably my Let's Play channel, which you guys can go to and subscribe. The link is down below in the description. I just started a Sleeping Dogs Let's Play over there, and I'm continuing the Amazing Spider-Man Let's Play as well. So that is kind of the channel where I play every game I can and just kind of put it out there, play the single player, and I just talk over it and just do random shit, and it's always a good time. So if you guys are kind of more into those type of videos, you don't really want to hear me ramble about DayZ, you can always check out that channel as well. So let's get into it. Basically, first off is the general information. What is kind of just kind of the info surrounding the DayZ standalone game thus far. So right now, the target release for the standalone game is the end of the 2012 working year, which is fantastic to hear. That's much sooner than I think a lot of people kind of anticipated. And I'm super excited to see that. The release will be for the public alpha version. It's not even going to be a stable release. So they're going to be releasing it early, much like the Minecraft kind of setup that they had. When they released the game, it was a very early stage for very cheap. And then the more the game kind of built up to the final product, the more, it came out to be. So, but either way, I think this game is going to be pretty cheap in the end. I know that the Minecraft model was a very intelligent one for Notch because it brought in a lot of people at the beginning because they wanted to try it out. They're like, oh, if I wait, it's going to be more expensive. And, it brought in a lot more people. So if you get in sooner, it's going to be cheaper. Apparently, there's no pre-ordering. There's no premium or collector's edition or anything like that. It's just the fucking game. That is awesome. I love to hear that. I don't need any DLC or anything like that. I just want the game when I pay the money for the game. Basically, the game mechanics are going to stay the same as they are now. It's going to be, it's basically going to be like it is right now. This is a sandbox game. There's going to be absolute freedom. And that's what I like so much about, DayZ. Apparently, it is not going to be limited to the Arma 3 engine. It's going to have many aspects of the real virtuality engine, which is awesome to see. They're going to kind of dive away from Arma, kind of do their own thing. And that's kind of what I want to see. I don't want the standalone game to be exactly like Arma 3 would be. So they're going to be kind of doing their own thing in that regard. There's going to be a new map called Chernarus Plus, and it'll be more interactive, more enterable buildings. I'm assuming that they're going to make it so it's easier to distinguish a building that is non-enterable versus enterable. And so hopefully you won't be running around, oh, there's a building, run all the way up to it, and you can't go into it. Hopefully you won't be doing that much. There's going to be hand-to-hand combat, which is going to be awesome to see. Maybe we can just beat some zombies with our fists or other players, come up behind someone and choke them out. That would be amazing. I just thought about that. If you came up behind someone, think about this. You're right over in Electro. You're coming up on Sniper Hill. You just spawned in. You see a guy in a ghillie just spawn sniping all the noobs in Electro. You come up behind him and you choke him out and you knock him out. You take all his gear and then you drag his body. You do some naughty business to him and then you kill him. That would just be so much fun to have like ways to knock out your opponents or knock out other players. It would be a lot of fun. It would add kind of a I saw something on Reddit, and it was like, what features do you most want to see? And there's the top one has they want to see more non-lethal ways of knocking out players. So like tasers, tranquilizers, and then being able to tie up, carry bodies, unarm people, and then it would be better. It would be awesome because it would add a variety, to the game, because you'd be able to kidnap and abduct people. I know that currently you can actually do that in DayZ. If you knock someone out and you drag their body to a car, you can put them in the trunk of the car. I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. Apparently, it is possible. There's going to be dogs that are going to be added into the game, and that's actually going to be coming into the next update of DayZ, the mod, not even the standalone game. So we're going to have our own companions. They're going to be able to track for you. They're going to be able to warn you of danger, and they're going to be able to follow you. But they do get shot, and then you'll probably cry when Lassie is murdered in your arms. And that's going to be a sad day, because if anybody fucks with my dog, they're going to get the shit kicked out of them, because that's fucked up. You don't fuck with someone's dog. I think I'm going to be the person that doesn't touch the dogs. I'll kill, that's even worse, kill their owner and leave the dog. I'll kill the owner, take the dog for myself. Can I do that? I hope so. There will be no safe areas on the map. Apparently, they're going to be putting in a quiver for crossbow bolts, so that way you can hold multiple at a time. And I mean, that'll look really cool. You'll have a crossbow, you'll have a quiver. You're gonna look just like what's his name off of Walking Dead. Can't think of his name right now, but you guys know who I'm talking about. There's gonna be so basically weapons and gear is going to degrade over time, which I think is awesome, because once you get the full set of gear kind of right now in DayZ, you really have nothing else to do. Like, you just PvP, or like you already have the gear you need. But with when your weapons are degrading, you're gonna be you're gonna have to, oh crap, here goes my gun is being it's breaking. I'm gonna have to get another gun here pretty soon, and so it keeps you kind of having to continue looting the looting the map and continuing that aspect of the game. Apparently, there might be a diary system where you can leave notes in random places for other players. So when you're offline or not around or dead, whatever, they can see it, which would be really funny. If you Slenderman notes, you just leave fucked up notes like, I see you, I'm coming for you. You can just mess with people, or you can be like a legit diary system and kind of write what happened in this building. All of a sudden, you kill 3 bodies, and you write, I didn't want to do this, and you put it on the bodies. I don't know how it's going to work, but it sounds amazing. It sounds like you got to give a cool little aspect to the game. Apparently, there's a narrative that will describe the virus background and kind of give you guys a little bit of history about kind of what DayZ and how DayZ came to be, which is really cool. They're trying to add kind of a story to the game, which is obviously what people want to see. So the next thing I want to talk to you guys about are kind of improvements over the mod that they're going to make before the standalone game. Or excuse me, maybe this will be in the standalone game as well. This is just kind of improvements to what they already have. So there's going to be more weapons, many of which are going to be custom. If you guys have played maybe Dead Island, you guys know that you can make like baseball bats with nails sticking out of it and stuff. Maybe things like that. There's going to be a lot more weapons in the game, which is going to be very cool to see. If they somehow made like a crafting table, a lot like Dead Island, you could mismatch like different loot and make, like I said, a bat covered in nails. That would be super awesome. Zombies will not switch to walking indoors, and this is kind of the one that I've been preaching for a while, because right now when you get familiar with DayZ, you start to kind of shake off the zombies. You're not really worried about what they're doing to you or what they're going to do. And you just you don't worry about them. You just worry about the PvP aspect of the game. But I think it's because the zombies really aren't scary enough. So when you enter them into buildings and they can still run, that's going to be super, super scary. So I think that's going to be awesome to see. I think that's going to add, like I said, the survival thing back at it. Not just against other players and bandits and heroes, but against the actual zombies, the Zed, the people who, the whole reason this mod was kind of, created. There's going to be more clothing and player customization. There's going to be, well, the humanity system is going to be fine-tuned. That was implemented in the latest patch for DayZ, which is awesome to see, because that kind of separates the players who are murderers versus the heroes versus the good players versus the bad players. And that was very cool to see them add into the game. There's going to be a better weather system, redesigned completely from scratch apparently, and zombies will be much more frightening, improved broken limb system, and an entirely new hive syncing system. They're going to redo the complete thing, improved anti-cheat measures, the improved inventory, the user interface. They're going to be rework it straight from scratch because everybody knows it's a bitch when you lose your AS50 because your backpack just disappeared. That is really frustrating. So they're going to be redoing the whole inventory. The female character will be able to wear ghillie suits and whatever else, just clothing in general. And then obviously better performance, including faster loading, because I know the loading screens are awful right now, and a lot of people are very upset about that. So they're going to be, improving all that. And so when I listen to that, when I see what Rocket is doing with DayZ, they're listening to the community. All those things are things that people have suggested, and they're going the right direction. They're going the way the players want to go, and that's fantastic. That makes me want to support this game even more. Apparently, the future plans, there's going to be more islands other than Chernarus. So you're going to be able to pretty much fly or travel by boat from island to island to island. It's all going to just be giant. And another thing which is very important, this can be created by either the dev team or the community. They are allowing the community to submit islands, to submit maps, to be implemented into the game. So if you're, if you want to create some awesome map, some awesome location, they may put that inside the game for other people to play. So that's really cool incentive to kind of give that a try. Increase the max player count to maybe 100 to 200 people. Apparently, it would be easily achievable. That's what they're saying. But any more would require a larger map, obviously. Because imagine 200 people on Chernarus right now. That would be crazy to see. More wildlife. I think horses, like it says horses would be cool, but that is actually something that I would really like to see. Maybe the ability to ride a horse, or just anything like that. Just like bears, wolves, cougars, bobcats just running around. That would be awesome to see in the standalone version of DayZ. Let's see what else. Underground bases. This is one that people thought were for a sure thing. I'm not sure if this is a for sure thing in War Z, but future plans for this game is to have underground bases and other construction. Another thing that I don't really actually see on here is vehicle customization, and that's maybe being able to like put spikes on your wheels and reinforce your vehicle with barbed wire on the sides to kind of keep it anti-zombie and kind of keep it looking like it's in a post-zombie world, or not post-zombie, but you know what I mean, post-humanity world where the zombies have taken over. And so that would be very cool to see. Construction of buildings, underground bases where you can, you can set up tents or at least have items where you can put all your stuff in. You have guards, you can build them somehow. Maybe you have to blow them out with dynamite and build them completely from scratch. Something like that would be very cool. I heard that fishing is something they might add into the game. You can already hunt animals, but being able to fish would obviously add another survival aspect into the game. And apparently these are things that they might be adding into the current mod. So I already said that they're going to be adding dogs in, but apparently they might be adding in the private hive servers, possibly, so we can kind of stay away from those hackers. And then Lingor Island is going to be added to the mod. Hopefully, I heard that was a fantastic map. Apparently there is a standalone installer for that map that you can download and use to play. But they're going to try to implement that into the actual mod so you don't actually have to do like a workaround. So I'm gonna kind of go through some of the things that I agree with in terms of things that should be added to the game, features that should be added. Rocket actually put a post on Reddit and said, "Hey guys, what do you guys want to see?" And that's all he wrote. And a little bit more, but basically people just went in and submitted what they wanted to see. And it's awesome because he's listening to us, and that should be how it is. So like I said, non-lethal ways to take out players, more unique areas within the map is definitely one thing. Maybe secret areas, like I always thought maybe there'd be pillboxes or like underground I don't know, bases, the military bases that you'd find, and you're like, holy shit, this is awesome. Maybe caves or mines. That would be so cool to see a cave system in this game. You find a fucking cave. There's maybe possibly people have set up a fortress in there. It would just be very awesome to see that. I would giggle. I'm giggling right now. I'd just be so stoked to see that. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, right. Passengers of vehicles being able to shoot out of boats or cars or even possibly a helicopter. It's really unfortunate when you're in a vehicle and you're just sitting in the back and you can't actually use your weapon. Even when you're in like the bed of the truck, you can't use your weapon, unfortunately. So being able to add that would be very, very cool. It'd be very beneficial because I've even seen videos of people in vehicles being ambushed so easily. But if you were able to shoot maybe mounted machine guns on vehicles, if you could build that too and shoot those, that would kind of add a, you know, oh shit, these guys have vehicles. They're not just sitting ducks. They are, you know, bad motherfuckers with weapons. We don't want to fuck with them. Let's stay down. Let's wait for them to pass, and then we'll go. You know, it seemed that would be a little bit more realistic because if you don't have a lot of firepower and you see a guy with a vehicle in a real zombie situation, you're not going to fuck with them because they've got shit, you know. So that's kind of another thing that I want to see. Apparently, people want to see maybe locked doors on houses that you have to, and it requires maybe a crowbar or a lockpick to actually enter. And so that'd be kind of cool because that could add, you know, provide some temporary safety from players or zombies. Because maybe if you could lock the door from the inside somehow, and then all of a sudden you hear someone trying to break down the door, you know someone's coming in to get you. So that would be kind of a cool addition as well. Maybe blood trails when you shoot someone, you know, you wound someone in the woods, and all of a sudden you follow the blood and you find them. That would obviously be something they could put into the game as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of things, guys. I'm going to link the thread from Reddit in the description if you guys want to go and add your own suggestions to the list. Like I said, Rocket is listening. The whole, you know, the DayZ dev team is listening to us. But, yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I know it was long, but hopefully you guys got a lot of info out of it. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys are excited about DayZ as I am, be sure to leave me a comment and let me know. Actually, question of the day. You can leave me a comment, and then you can go over to that thread as well. What do you guys think they should add into DayZ? Be sure to give the video a like if you enjoyed. And I've been GoldGlove. You guys have been my awesome viewers, and I'll catch you guys later.